Hey, what's going on, Guardians? My name is the Black Link, and it's finally time. Finally! Update 1.2.3 has dropped. Today is July 17th. And so today we're going to have patch notes, we're going to have in-game changes, and of course, we finally get to learn what the Solstice of Heroes, the big summer event, is all about. Alongside the patch notes and a development commentary video, we also got a Bungie blog update talking specifically about the incoming summer event. So this video, we're going to be going through that entire article, reading every last bit of it, and figuring out what exactly the Solstice of Heroes is. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. This is our finest hour, ever victorious against the enemies of humanity, ever triumphant in our home and around the system. Now, the city wants to honor us. Who are we to deny them? Let's dive into the Solstice of Heroes. Now, it was a day that was supposed to be a celebration of our past glories, the anniversary of Six Fronts, the victory that united the city and gave us the vanguard. Guardians donned ceremonial armor to commemorate the event, and gathered for a rousing speech by the speaker. Then, everything came apart when the Red Legion struck. The tower fell, the city was lost, thousands of lives were lost with it. It was our lowest point since the collapse, but humanity is not so easily extinguished. We fought back, we recovered our light, and with the awakening of the Traveler, we faced our conqueror and prevailed. We reclaimed our home, and we entered a new golden age. That was almost a year ago. Now, humanity is once again victorious against the overwhelming might of Gaul and the Red Legion, against Panoptes and the infinite threat of the Vex, against Zal and the unfathomable hordes of the Hive. More than ever, the city's grateful for their seemingly invincible guardian protectors. And now, more than ever, humanity wants to show that gratitude. Solstice of Heroes begins on Tuesday, July 31st. This event is held in the tower and allows the inhabitants of the city to celebrate and thank Guardians for bravely defending them. During this time of celebration, Guardians will once again don the now broken ceremonial armor from the day the city was lost to the Red Legion. They do this for many reasons. To remind themselves of what it's like to not be invincible, to challenge themselves and thus inspire the city even more, and to eventually reforge that broken gear into something stronger, just as humanity has been broken and reforged over and over again for hundreds of years. Guardians will meditate on their journey through the Red War and take on additional challenges in those memories. They will marvel at the resurgence of the Traveler, as the elements themselves flare into existence during their adventures. And they'll do it all while humanity celebrates their past, present, and future. Ikora Rey is the tower's representative for the Solstice of Heroes event. She'll direct you to the center of the tower, where the city has erected the Statue of Heroes as the focal point for the event. The statue will track your moments of triumph progress and grant you Solstice of Heroes event armor that you will begin upgrading. We get an awesome shot of the tower there and a new, kind of snowy looking statue monument to our legacy as Guardians. Love the way it looks. Next up, we get a section titled New Armor to Upgrade. After you visit the Statue of Heroes, you will receive an uncommon Shattered Armor set at Power 240. On each armor piece is a series of objectives that you will need to complete to upgrade the armor. Once you've completed the objectives, return to the Statue of Heroes to upgrade to the next set. And then we get a look at the shattered armor from the very beginning of the game. If you can remember when you started things out with Destiny 2, your base gear was cracked and destroyed after the first story mission. The new Solstice of Heroes armor is going to be an upgraded version of that. We're kind of taking the Kvostov route here. We take that old weapon, we shine it up, and we make it something new. I love the way it looks. Anyways, moving on. After you upgrade your shattered set, you'll receive the rekindled set at Power 340, with a new list of objectives. Once you complete those objectives, your reward is the Resplendent Armor set at Power Level 400. One final group of objectives to complete, and you'll unlock the Masterwork version of the armor set. Right, because Masterwork armor is a thing, and I can't wait to see how this armor set's going to be changing. If you love the way the Shattered or Rekindled sets look, and would rather show those off, we've got you covered. Each Resplendent armor set offers a previous version as ornaments, so you can pick and choose how each piece looks. Now, before we go on there, I love this. This is something that a lot of players have been asking for basically since Destiny 2 came out. When we had that busted up armor set and ornaments wound up becoming a thing later down the line, a lot of Guardians, myself included, were like, could we get like an upgraded version of those OG sets with like the cracked ghost and the torn up armor? I thought that would be a great idea for an ornament, and I'm very happy to see that that's the way things are moving forward within the Solstice of Heroes. Sucks that we have to wait till the 31st for it. But anyways, moving on, the next section is titled Redux Missions. One of the ways you'll upgrade your armor during the event is through Redux missions. We've hand-selected 5 story missions and given them some slight alterations. Each mission can be accessed in the tower by finding its statue. Here are the 5 missions for the event. The first one is the very first story mission, Homecoming, marked by the statue with the symbol 1. The second is the mission Spark, where we regained our light. The third is the mission Payback, where we get to ride around in that awesome tank. The fourth mission is one of my favorites within the Destiny 2 story, 1AU. This is the awesome mission that takes place on the Almighty. And then finally, mission number 5 is Chosen, where we take back the city and take down Gaul. Those 5 story missions were all pretty darn good. Very happy to be able to run through those again with some additional changes. After that, we learn a bit more about the Moments of Triumph. Many of you have already begun completing your Moments of Triumph, currently being tracked on Bungie.net. The final 5 triumphs will become available at the beginning of the Solstice of Heroes event, and can be tracked in-game. Your triumphs will be tracked by in-game bounties that are obtained at the Statue of Heroes. As you complete and turn in those bounties, you'll unlock rewards that can be redeemed at the statue. And then we get a nice look at some of the incoming rewards, including a new legendary ship. And of course, we've gotten to see some of the other rewards like sparrows and ghost shells and whatnot. After that, we get to a section titled Extras. There's also the Solstice Engram available from Tess Everest. You can earn 3 per account by completing the event milestone on each of your characters. No matter what activity you play in Destiny 2 during Solstice of Heroes, you'll receive 1 Solstice Engram in addition to the Bright Engram you earn for leveling up. Here's a look at some of the rewards that will drop from the Solstice Engram, and we get some really unique ghost shells, a couple of new ornaments including an ornament for the Sturm, the Jade Rabbit, and of course the Suros regime, and finally we get some looks at some new sparrows and some new dances there. Some of those sparrows look really cool. It's like we're getting a new model that's kind of more modeled after motorcycles and whatnot. Fits in with the sort of western outlaw vibe that we're getting within Forsaken. And of course, here's some new emotes for you, because we always get some new ones of those. After that, we're learning about a thing called Armor Glows. Armor Glows also come from the Solstice Engram. These can be applied to any version of the Solstice of Heroes armor set to provide Guardians with an enhanced look. Armor glows are unlocked permanently, like ornaments, and they shine brightest when your subclass element aligns with the element of the glow. This is something we got to see when we got our sneak peek at the Solstice of Heroes armor set in previous weeks. You could see kind of a glow coming off of them, so it looks like it's going to be sort of like Chroma Gear was back in Destiny 1, where it'll give your armor a bit of an enhanced look, a bit of light coming off of it. And then that's basically it for all of the new information covering the Solstice of Heroes. Now they have another section here for the developer insights. We get another Bungie developer insight video talking about a lot of things like the change to 6v6 in Crucible, the incoming prestige raid layers, Iron Banner changes, and all kinds of things that we'll be covering in another video. But for right now, that is everything we've learned about the Solstice of Heroes, what's going to be happening within that summer event, and some of the rewards that we'll be able to get our hands on by playing and participating within it. And I've got to say, I'm pretty excited about this. I'm really excited to jump into some of those old story missions, see exactly what's going to be changing within them, whether they're going to be getting special modifiers or changes to some of the enemies or world spaces or environments. I can't wait to learn more about this. And I definitely can't wait to get my hands on the renewed Resplendent armor set. I'm going to love going through on each of my characters, completing the challenges, and ultimately unlocking the armor glow for each of these at power level 400. It should be a great time. But alright Guardians, that is it for this one. That's everything we currently know about the Solstice of Heroes. How do you feel about this incoming summer event? Are you excited to go through some of these changed up story missions? Are you psyched about some of the rewards? Be sure to let us know how you feel down in the comment section below. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest stuff that we're putting out. Today is a huge day. We've got the Prestige Raid Layers going live in just a little bit. By the time this video comes out, a lot of you will probably already be watching for World's First. But make sure you're staying tuned to the channel because we're going to have a lot more content coming out. But alright, that is it for this one. Thank you Guardians so much for watching, and as always, I'm the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.